Hey guys, I'm Jerry Miculek. We're going to start a new series today. It's going to be gun myths. So you've probably seen it in the latest zombie movie where a guy took a pillow to dispatch a zombie and not awaken the rest of them, where shoots his firearm to a pillow to suppress it. So right here we have our test zombie. Looks just like one, doesn't it? And for ammunition of choice today, we have some Hornady 115 grain critical defense. It's their polymer filled projectile. We also have a high-speed camera to catch everything. I've got a Smith & Wesson long slide 9. I've got 2 rounds of ammo here. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and top this pistol off with 2 rounds of ammo and just fire one into the berm to give you an idea what the sound is. And then we're gonna go right into the pillow, put it up in front of our test zombie and touch it off and see what kind of effects we have. So here we go, guys. Pretty straight up. We've got 2 rounds of Hornady ammo. This is the first one just for a sound effect. Here we go, on target. That's a pretty powerful round. So, we got our test zombie. We have our pillow of choice right here. And let's see if it's gonna be quiet or not. You ready to go? Here we go. Wow. That was actually pretty sweet, guys. That worked pretty good. Another thing you want to remember is that Hornady round is actually made to penetrate a lot of clothing and still be effective, and it just might have worked very good. Let's look at our bottle here, and we hit him pretty center. Still had a lot of hydraulic effect, so the zombie is dispatched. It was relatively quiet. You saved the moment, you lived through it. What can you say? A good day on the range. You know, guys, that's the first time I've ever tried that. I never really wanted to waste a perfectly good pillow, but we did, all in the cause of science. What you want to realize when you fire a firearm, most of what you hear, of course, is the sonic blast of the expanding gas following the projectile out of the muzzle. So this pillow has a lot of airspace in it, so it absorbs the blast to a high degree. I was really surprised how quiet the whole episode was when I touched the round off. As you can see from the contact on the pillow, it actually made about a 2-inch diameter hole for about 2 inches deep, and it made a clean exit hole. What's apparent here, that it has enough surface area to help dissipate that sonic crack, because this projectile is probably doing almost a little over speed of sound, probably about 1,200 something feet a second. So it was able to mute most of that sonic blast. And another interesting thing was just how effective the projectile was on our test medium here. The ammunition of choice today was that Hornady 115 grain critical defense ammo. And if you look really at the opening of the hollow point, it's filled with a polymer insert. What they tried to do here with this ammunition is to meet all the FBI protocol on penetration and all the standards that they have set for handgun ammunition. And as you can see, it went through about 6 or 7 inches of this down material, and the idea behind that polymer tip is to keep that hollow point from filling with heavy clothing or drywall, and when it hits the test medium with fluid in it, it will still expand. So as you can see from the violent expansion of that bottle, that bullet was still very effective, even though it passed through about 7 inches of down material here. It easily did what it was actually designed to do. So all in all, the performance of the pillow was astonishing, and also the projectile going through the test medium, the pillow, and also through the liquid in the bottle there, just made for, all in all, just an eye-opener, a perfect experience on the range. We had a lot to learn, so keep tuned. We have more of this. Hey guys, as you saw from the footage, our range footage on what we were doing here, I was quite amazed on how well this pillow acts as a silencer. What we have is just a standard old polyester filled pillow, and the idea behind a suppressor or a silencer is its job is to trap all the propellant all the gases that trying to follow the projectile out into the atmosphere. What you have to realize is those expanding gases are actually faster than a bullet. So the job of a suppressor is, or a silencer, is as the projectile goes through it, is a series of baffles that will catch most, if not all, of the gas. So when the bullet leaves, there's no sonic crack, there's no high-speed gas following it. All you have is the projectile in flight. If it's going faster than the speed of sound, guess what, guys? It's still going to break the sound barrier, but it's going to be a lot quieter, so especially at the point of origin. So that's what we're trying to do here, was mute that gas following the projectile. And this pillow, even though the pillow case, air can pass through it, it acted enough suppressing ability to catch most of the gas. This polyester fill was able to slow down most of the gas, even though the bullet did exit, of course, in one piece in a straight line. I was pretty amazed at that. It acted pretty much as a suppressor would. It caught most of the expanding gases. And what's interesting about this entrance point here is that when you pull the polyester up, there's actually a spot just about as long as the pillow is thick where the projectile passed through it and kind of fused it. So the bullet itself was under a lot of stress going through this material. You can see it's, if you can see this good, you can see there's some real hard spots and a streak. It fused that polyester into a solid lump. So there was a lot of stuff happening to that bullet trying to get through here. It did leave point on, which is pretty amazing. And that just goes to show you something about the ammunition that we used. The ammunition that I did use, guys, was the Hornady 115 grain critical defense 9mm round. Looking up in their brochure on the performance of this bullet, it's rated at about 1140 feet a second out of a 4-inch gun. So coming out of a 5-inch, it was probably another 50 feet a second faster. So that bullet going through all this polyester, you can see how it fused it, really stressed it a lot. And what was amazing from the footage was how well that 2-liter bottle actually did rupture and expand. And we were lucky enough to actually find the bullet. It was in a straight line in the ground, so it didn't tumble at all. And I had a chance to dig it out with my pocket knife and salvage it, and I went to weigh it. It actually weighs 115.1 grains. So I don't know if that's if there's something trapped under the jacket, but apparently it didn't lose any weight at all. And if you look at the bullet really good, you can see where the polyester actually fused to the sides of the bullet, making a black film on it. So that bullet took a lot of abuse going through that pillow, and it was able to go through the test medium, through the pillow, expand perfectly, which is to me just pretty outstanding performance. So I do have to say Hornady did their homework in designing that critical defense ammunition. I'm really impressed with the performance, and also the performance of the pillow here. It's a cheap pillow, but we sacrificed it for science, so we all learned a little something, and what can I say? Good day on the range. Hey guys, I would like for you to subscribe to Miculek.com. Also like me on Facebook. You'll find a link in the description box below. And also guys, keep me posted on what kind of gun myths you'd like to try. We'd like to sacrifice whatever we can to the range gods to make you happy. So keep us posted, send us some information, and we'll try to make it happen.